Ten wrestler in the country, has not so much stumbled, just hasn't been Edmond, right? Hasn't been that explosive wrestler, and talking to Coach Poeta, it's just there's Edmond looking to get Edmond started early. They get Edmond on his attacks, Edmond on his offense. He's just so dangerous, dangerous on shots, dangerous on underhooks to that bear hug. That's where he likes to be, and need to get Edmond going here early and often and get Illinois back in this duel as they trail 13-9 in this 174-pound match. Ruth and Sparks.
It's just those bonus points now that has Minnesota up by 4. Those 4 bonus points are the difference. It's 3-3. After Illinois won the first 3 matches, Minnesota has since won the most recent 3.
How the tide has turned, right? 3 matches to 3, and that tech fall pin, and now that decision by Brenner. And here we are at 174. Sparks and Ruth trailing 13-9 as a team. 0-0 with 2 minutes to go. Edmond Ruth looking to get back on that offense and what makes him such a dangerous competitor.
Ruth, number 8 in 174, the redshirt junior from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 14-2 overall, 8-2 in duels, 3-1 in the Big Ten. Took down Bubba Wilson, number 33 ranked wrestler for Nebraska, in a 4-0 decision victory last time out last Sunday.
Yeah, his only stumble in the Big Ten was against Patrick Kennedy, Iowa. Number 4 in the country. It was a very close match, and Kennedy controlled the match. Edmond looking to get back on track. He did that, like you said, against Bubba Taylor. Now here we are against Andrew Sparks in this 174-pound matchup. Sparks doing a nice job, hand fighting, trying to keep Edmond at bay. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Sparks, while not ranked, is 7-3 overall and has a over 500 record in Big Ten duels. He's 2-1. The senior from Costa Mesa, California.
Long way from Minnesota.
No kidding.
Yeah. I wonder how Sparks likes those winners up in Minnesota.
I can't imagine too much.
No, exactly, right? A long way from California, a long way. Minnesota with those winners up there and tough, and here he is, giving Edmond Ruth all he can handle in this first 2 minutes.
Just under a minute to go here in period number 1. Still zeros on the board. Edmond Ruth just not able to get control on Andrew Sparks at all.
What's interesting? When I did speak to Coach Poeta about Edmond, and everyone thinks that wrestling, when you're that talented, just comes so easy. But there's that opponent in front of you just trying to stop what you're doing, and these guys know what you're good at, right? They watch all this film, and Edmond feels like maybe, I'm not saying he feels pressure, but he knows the opponent's scouting him out. He knows that opponents are trying to play defense. Sparks is doing a great job playing defense. Hasn't seen any attacks, and he's basically stymied Edmond to the point where he's trying to frustrate him, and try to get Edmond to make a mistake. And we're going to have this first period 0-0 at this 174-pound matchup.
That's certainly a good thing for Brandon Eggum's squad, seeing Andrew Sparks hold his own very nicely with Edmond Ruth. He's going to start down, though, in period 2. Look to pick up a first point out of an escape for Edmond Ruth. And he quickly has that point.
And this is where Edmond's conditioning and Edmond's extra work and just being such a physical athlete, this is where it starts to come into play. Starts to wear on his opponent. Needs to keep pushing that pace. Just like back to that match with Bombard, right? Control the pace early, push the pace, and then let up on the gas for a minute. And Danny took advantage of it in that match. But let's see if Edmond continues to push Sparks here, and if and when he can wear down the senior.
125 here to go in period 2. 1-0 Edmond Ruth. The Fighting Illini looking for their first match win since Pacino took down Vance Vombar. Not literally, but just beat him.
Well, he did take him down. Well, he got that takedown in overtime to win the match.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So you were right.
I guess I meant not by pin, of course.
Yeah, exactly. He got that takedown, to win the match, and you were right on that. And still 1-0 here with 55 seconds to go.
Andrew Sparks playing fantastic defense against Ruth right now. He's
Edmond's looking for
legs.
those double unders. That's where he likes to be, and Sparks knew it. As soon as he felt that one double under, he started backing out, and you could see it. And that's where Edmond likes to. Very rarely, when Edmond gets in a double under, does he not go to a bear hug and score a takedown.
Sparks just staying upright, not letting Ruth get his legs. It's been very impressive by Sparks, coming off a 7-1 decision victory of Joseph Martin of Northwestern.
Brandon Eggum out there, trying to. Oh, there's a nice shot by Sparks. Nice little shot, good defense. That's the first attack we've seen by Sparks against Ruth. Like you said, Will, 1-0 moving into this third period. Coach Eggum and staff have to feel good about where Sparks is going into this last 2 minutes.
They probably feel fantastic about where he is.
Yeah, Edmond's just such a competitor and building towards that Big Ten and national. Minnesota has shocked me tonight with not wanting to go down. It's a 1-0 match. There's explosive takedown attempt. Nice defense by Sparks. A little double leg takedown. Nice little counter, and we're back on our feet. But back to not wanting to take down. 1-0 match, and they decide to go neutral. So very interesting. They seem like they scouted their opponents, but they do not like to take down here against the Fighting Illini.
Eggum just has the utmost confidence in Andrew Sparks to seem like to not go down and potentially tie up this match at 174.
Yeah, and maybe Eggum had, nice little shot, nice little front headlock here, working the edge of the mat, backing out Andrew Sparks, and looking for that what they call sucker drag as he puts his arm around the waist. He's not going to get it. Kind of surprised there wasn't a stalling card here. There it is. I seen it kind of coming, and that's what they did. And so one stalling call, and this is where Edmond needs to push the pace.
Gets that second stalling call, of course. It will be a point.
1-0 here with just at a minute to go. Riding time not a factor. One stalling call for Sparks. Sparks doing a fantastic job here against Edmond Ruth.
Very impressive work from Andrew Sparks, holding his own against the nation's best wrestler at 174. But there is the takedown for Edmond Ruth. It feels like it was going to come at some point as he was going for the legs over and over and over again. But Ruth finally was able to get Sparks on his back.
Yeah, Sparks made it, just for 1 second. Little flat-footed, and Edmond had a nice shot and attack, and that's what Coach Puetta's looking for Edmond. Take those shots. They don't always have to, I don't want to say this, they don't have to be good shots. They have to be good attacks. Good attacks lead to opportunities, and Mike Puetta was stressing that so much with Edmond as they spoke this week. Good attacks lead to good opportunities. Edmond looking for the ride out here, doing a nice job, and maybe, Let's give the Minnesota staff credit. They didn't want to go down, and Edmond did a nice job riding him. There's a nice little re-attack, nice little shot. Comes out on top.
Can he get another takedown?
He does.
So that'll make it a 6-point lead for Ruth. And that'll make it a 6-point win for Edmond Ruth. 7-1 is the final score here for 174. Just a decision victory for Ruth. Yeah, but nonetheless, it is still another victory for the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, Illini get back on the board with their 4th win. As you said, the first one since Danny Pacino. Edmond Ruth gets Illini back closer in this duel as we come into these very crucial 184, 197, and heavyweight match. It'll be very interesting to see if the Illini have some different things for the lineup here tonight.